Good morning! I'm bald as shit right now. I know, I get it. I'm gonna just have to run with it. So, whatever. I'm using this cup today because it's big. Hi, wifey. I see you. Alright, I gotta get rolling. I'm a little behind. No big deal. Well, let's get this day going. Happy, I don't know, whatever. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, you pick a day. So you know I had to look one up and hit you with the dad joke. So let's see if I can deliver on it. Let me give it a shot. So do you know why Cinderella was bad at basketball? Because her coach was a pumpkin. Oh, dad joke. So yeah, I figured start your day off with a little humor. Outside the fact that I'm running a little behind and I've got the gas light on. I'm really tempted to go to the local spot that I like, and I'm half tempted to it. We'll see. Got a lot of semi-trucks got to deal with. That's okay. My fault, didn't plan ahead. But the Circle K has so many good snacks. I don't think I've uploaded the jalapeno M&M peanut M&Ms yet, but if I do soon, it'll be up on my Sergeant Grubbs one. So I really got I got to put the link in there. I'm coming at a weird spot where I wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? And I was like, okay, I've got a couple different elements going. I got a couple different Facebook and stuff I'm going, but the Beforecaffiene one was the one that's been taken off a little bit more, a little easier for me to sprinkle in some different content that I'm a little more naturally excited about. Coffee being one thing, and art being another, and then talk about my kids and the dad life, right? From a veteran's perspective, and I'm not an older one, but I'm somewhat young, still learning a lot of the ropes. And I got some interesting things I've been learning that you can't really transition, you know, the NCO life kind of thing and the structure, the sergeant stuff to kids. It doesn't always work, but it does help sometimes. You know what I'm talking about. I will say this: having my head completely clean allows me to be able to tell the difference in temperature drop and change between rooms. So my dad skills are elevated. I can sense when someone messes with the thermostat anywhere. Oh man, I don't know. Whatever. Gift and a curse. Gift and a curse. Now that I think about it though, aren't there a couple superhero, maybe even villain types that have bald heads? I'm thinking Lex Luthor's the first one comes to mind. Kingpin, I think, also. And there's probably a couple other ones, but those are the two that really spark in my mind. Oh, merging lanes with semi-trucks. Hang in there. It's all good. We do it safely. So sorry you guys can't join me with my first sip of the day. This is more like my fourth. But Ace made it for me, and she's really good at making coffee, and I dig it. Also, while I'm on the subject of coffee, don't forget, check out the links in my description. One of the main ones I would like for everybody to take a look at is my Scars and Stripes coffee link. And then also, keep in mind that veteran code that we all have assigned. I got my own there. I'll put it in the link as well. And, you know, whenever you go to that site and you find something you like, especially coffee or apparel or whatever else that tickles your fancy, and you go to check out, use that veteran code, that gives me a lot of kudos. Gives me a small little kickback commission, which is great. That's the whole purpose of their mission, is to allow us veterans to explore and expand upon the possibilities and adventures that is an e-commerce business without having to worry about building it from the ground up and establishing the whole logistics and the manpower behind it, or woman power, however you want to put it. The human power, right? All those resources, we get to be the frontmen of our own little distribution type hub. We essentially become part of the area that we operate, and I think it's great, and I'm super stoked to do it. So every time you guys get on there and you take a look at it, and even if you follow through all the way through and you do make a purchase and do use my code, I appreciate that. If you don't find anything at the time or whatever else, but you also know somebody that might be interested in it, highly appreciate if you guys share that, share my link. Also, as an added note, I'd like to let you guys know that there are other veterans out there doing the same thing. You'll find them on Facebook, on Instagram, probably even on Twitter. That's not my realm. I don't do it, but some people are more comfortable about it. And take a look out for them. You know, they're probably setting up at local events and stuff like that. So you might catch them there, or look out for us in certain shops and stuff. Definitely coming out. So if you know another veteran that might also be interested in doing something like that, have them check out the link. Take my link in the description. Have my code handy just in case you need it, and then go check it out. You know, you sign up to be part of the mission stuff. You do your thing. They review it. Obviously, you got to be a veteran. Also active duty, by the way. And it's a great opportunity. I really encourage other veterans and service members to participate in it, especially if you're a coffee person, which most of us are. Some of us aren't, and that's all right. But I highly suggest you do that. As for me, I'm gonna keep doing it in this method, pre-recording some morning videos with you guys talking in traffic, just getting my day started. It gets my mind active. It allows me not to sit here and drone out on my day-to-day commute from A to B, which is, if anybody else has a semi-longer commute than 20 minutes, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. That commute can really get to you, and you can really drone out a bit. And it only when you hit like heavy traffic, you step out and you start falling asleep and stuff. So be careful with that. But this is what I do. This is my method to kind of combat that and entertain myself. But also, while I'm doing that, I'm producing content so I can promote something that I'm active in, right? And that's Scarred Stripes Coffee. So I appreciate any and all efforts to support what I'm doing and my fellow veterans and active duty members and stuff. So kudos to you guys, and thanks for even stopping by and just taking a quick peek at this video. Even if you don't stay for the whole video, I appreciate anybody who does stop by. Whether you drop a link, whether you subscribe or anything else, or you just skim through real quick. I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about, and I don't really care. I don't like his face. I don't like his hair. Mind you, this isn't always my haircut. Freak accident. Long story. But even if you just pass in and you skim through for a second or two, I appreciate you taking a moment just to see what it was about. So thanks to you. And you know, maybe it'll grow into something. I'm gonna keep doing this though, because like I said, it's benefiting me on multiple levels. Lets me get out of my headspace, which is dangerous for anybody who's dealing with PTSD, depression, anxiety, stuff like that, all those things. And it's not obviously just limited to veterans. It runs the gambit in society. It definitely does. But I'm not going to get too lengthy. I like to try to keep these morning little talking in traffic type briefs somewhere around 10 minutes, just to kind of get them out there, get them daily. I gotta apologize though. I do end up kind of posting it maybe later in the day, or by the time it comes out, you'll see it the next day. So I'm almost there scheduling. I gotta kind of manage my time a little bit better so I can push these out, still get to where I'm going, get fuel, and have enough time to kind of do minor edits. I don't edit too much. All I do is this: I pause and then I record, and then I pause and then I record, which works well for me. It cuts out some of the dead space. It's not perfect, I know. I don't have fancy transitions. I don't have super awesome lighting, but I found a method that works for me and that encourages me to keep pushing out content in front of a camera. And you know what? After a while, you really do get comfortable in front of the camera, and you kind of forget that it's there, and it's not even a big deal. You know, projecting your voice and feeling confident about what you're talking about, all those things. You know, it actually helps with like social anxiety to a certain extent, and obviously it's a case-by-case basis, I'd imagine. But for me, it just took practice over and over and over again. It just being able to talk at a level and at a consistency and that confidence level to be able to communicate with people who just randomly. Like the other day, I had a conversation with a gentleman while we were standing in line at Circle K. He initiated the conversation, mentioning that there was a Starbucks, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of tucked in and hidden. That's pretty cool. And we had almost a good five-minute conversation in line, and as we walked over to our cars and had a good day. That's the type of person I am. I will have a conversation. My interactions at speaking of gas stations, which I'm gonna stop by one right now, my Circle K. It's mine now. Anyways, my interactions at gas stations over the years haven't always been positive. I want to throw in that little tidbit really quick. A lot of times it is, no big deal. But I do recall when I was still in service and I'd stop by in uniform, by chance coming home late or something, there was an occasion or two I remember getting spit on in uniform, and usually some hot-headed guy who really felt like he had expressed his deep-seated anger and emotions towards someone in uniform, and I was that person at that time. So spit at me, call me baby killer. That was a little awkward, a little weird. I kind of thought that was just, you know, for the older generation stuff, but I guess we still get it every once in a while. And yeah, that happened. All I did was wipe it off. Tell them, hey, you're welcome for your freedom and ability to express yourself openly, mindfully. Though I probably would have chosen different words. And if you want to express yourself and discuss your ideals and your conflict with what happens in war campaigns and the actions that our government takes, I'm all ears. But spitting's kind of childish. That's something we deal with toddlers doing. Hey, don't spit. That's bad. But I guess he didn't get that lesson when he was younger. So it is what it is. Some people might think, oh man, that's fucked up. I would have, you know, knocked him out, this and that. I don't have the luxury of being an angry person. I can't do that. That's something that's very, very dangerous for people to do and very toxic. So I avoid it as much as I can when I can, as long as the situation permits. And I know I said I was gonna keep this to 10 minutes and I kind of failed it, but it is what it is. People should also kind of look when they're crossing, when there's vehicles. Anyways, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna get some gas, maybe a snack. Sorry for the long delay on the 10 minutes, but have a great one, and thanks for joining me, and I'm out.